For our final example, I want to look at a piecewise function. So let's begin scanning our vertical line, and you can see that right here everything is fine. It's a function. It's not hitting at two different places, but as soon as we reach this spot here, you may be tempted to say, hey, it's not a function, because our vertical line is touching this point and then it's touching that point. However, remember, if there is a hole on your graph, this hole it doesn't exist. It's basically just there. It doesn't have any value. So here you're only looking at one value, which is this one. So even though it looks like it's cutting the graph at two different places, in reality it's only cutting at one, because this hole is not getting affected. So here we're fine. We still have to scan and see if it's still not hitting at two places at the same time, and we scan, and we are good. So here we would say that this is a function. Yes, a function. Let's take a look at a couple more, beginning with this one, and let's check out if this one is a function or not. So I'm going to begin scanning this graph, and everything's cool. It's going well, and then here it's still fine, so we keep going, we keep going, and yes, this passes the vertical line test. So we're going to say yes, this is a function. Now I want to point out that if I had a point right here, and if it was, let's just suppose that this graph was extended to this red point I just created, in this scenario it would have not been a function. Okay? It would have been in a different place here, because now the line would be touching this point, this closed point, and then this closed point. However, since that was not the case, this passed the vertical line test. And for the last example, I want to take a look at this one now. So again, let's scan the graph. So everything's fine, and then here it looks like it's hitting two places at the same time. However, since I have a open circle, this one doesn't count. So in reality, the vertical line is only touching this graph at one point. So we can continue to the right, and yep, it only hits once. So we can say that this one is also a function. This is a function. Let me just make sure to see if I don't have another example. Oh, I do. So let's do this one really quickly. So I'm gonna grab my vertical line and begin scanning this to the right. Everything's okay, and then here it looks like it hits at two different spots. However, once a closed circle, so in reality it's only hitting once, so I get to keep on moving. And then here the same thing, we have a open circle, so our vertical line is technically only touching at one point, and this passes. So yes, this is a function.